If you're using multiple devices and you want it to go to one input on your TV or your monitor, you need this. Look at it glisten. Welcome. If this is your first time seeing one of my videos, allow me to introduce myself. I'm DocValentino, and this channel is really all about gaming and gear around gaming and streaming. I'd really appreciate any support I can get for the channel. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'd also love to hear any comments that you have and requests for types of videos that you would like to see revolving around gaming. I don't want to be here too much on an intro. Let's go ahead and take a look at this must-have device. Do you game on console? Do you game on multiple consoles? Do you game on multiple consoles and PC? Do you use a monitor? Do you use a TV? Or maybe you have gaming consoles and something like an Apple TV or Roku device connected to your TV as well. Maybe your TV or monitor only has one input. Or maybe you just don't want to switch the input whenever you switch the device you're using. Whatever the reason is, whatever it may be, if you're using multiple devices and you want it to go to one input on the back of your TV or monitor, you need one of these. It's a smart HDMI switch that supports 4K at 60 Hz with a 444 chroma, meaning you're going to get the full range of color from the output of your device to your TV or monitor. But this thing also has an extra trick up its sleeve. Not only is it a smart HDMI switch, it is also an audio extractor. And it being an audio extractor too means that it's going to take the signal from your console that goes into here and it's going to divide out the audio, and it'll output that audio on either an optical out. So if you have something like an audio interface like a GoXLR or something like that that accepts the audio. I know the PS4 Pro used to have an optical out for that, and the PS5 does not. The Xbox also does not, and of course the Switch doesn't either, but it will extract the audio from the HDMI signal, and it will output that audio signal on either an optical cable out or a 3.5 millimeter jack. And you can see on the back of the device, you have your DC input on the left. It does come with its power supply, of course, as well as a remote control. And then you can see the 4 inputs that it could take. So you can connect a PS5, an Xbox Series X, a Nintendo Switch, and a PC, and then have one output to a capture card or a monitor, or just your TV if you're not streaming or capturing any kind of video. And on the right-hand side, you have the optical audio out and your 3.5 millimeter audio out. The remote uses infrared, and you can see the little sensor on the left-hand side of the device. And then you have your inputs 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can manually select those with the remote or by pushing the input button on the front of the device, but it will also auto-detect devices as they come on, and we'll go ahead and show that in a test here. All right, the first thing I need to do is connect this guy up to everything. I'll be right back. Okay, I got finagled there for a minute, but now you can see right here that I'm holding the camera at the front of the inputs on this thing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my Xbox on. Okay, and it didn't automatically switch to input 2, which is where my Xbox Series X is plugged into. The reason it did not do that is because it is already active on input 1. So in order to get to input 2, I can either hit the M on the controller or I can hit 2, which will take it straight to input 2. And you'll see it switch over to the Xbox. In order to switch back, I can either hit M several times or I can just hit 1, and that will take us back to the PlayStation. Now, let's turn both consoles off. Okay, so now both consoles are off. It stayed on input 2. Right now, there's no signal going to the back of this thing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and start the PlayStation again, and the Xbox is currently off. So what we'll do is we'll turn the PlayStation off. And then once that's off, we'll go ahead and turn the Xbox on. And you can see there that it automatically switched to input 2. Now let's try the same thing in reverse. I'll hold the controllers up this time, and my one hand is holding the phone down here at the inputs. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll turn off the console. Okay. Once I get confirmation that is off, it looks like it's off, we will hit the button on the PlayStation to turn it back on. You can see it switched back to input 1, and the PlayStation screen is coming up. Okay, and I had mentioned that this is an audio extractor as well. So what that means is it's going to take the audio that's coming out of your HDMI, and it's going to separate that into either a 3.5 millimeter output or an optical output, meaning that you can send that signal either to some kind of an audio mixer or a sound bar, a surround sound type of sound system, you know, whatever you want to do with that, but it does take that audio out for you so that you can do something with it. So again, basically it supports up to 4 HDMI inputs that gives 1 signal out, so you can plug that right into the back of your TV or monitor. You never have to switch cables around or change your input on your display. You could simply switch the device that you're using. It comes with its own remote, so if it doesn't auto switch to the source that you want, it's easy enough to just click a button. I'm DocValentino. This is a gaming and gear channel. I'd really appreciate any support I could get. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.
Then we can move forward.
Boom! Oh no, his buddy got me. Shouldn't have got cocky. Ah, he finished me off too.